If there's something in particular that you'd like to see about Goliad State Park, you can check out those elements at these time frames. Welcome to Texas Family Camping. Hi, Tanya.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
So, first thing we want to talk about before we dive too deep into our camping trip to Goliad State Park was about the fact that we had the quarantine and the lockdowns going on. I don't think that we had reached the point yet where it was the stay-at-home orders just yet, but you had a lot of things shut down. Couldn't go into the park store, so we couldn't really tell you like cost of firewood or what they had to offer there at the park store, or the museum. They have the mission there at Goliad State Park, and we couldn't go inside. We could walk around it. It was really something neat to look at, but we just couldn't go inside. So
they had something outside that you guys got to wander around.
Yep.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was like the courtyard of the mission. And there was a guy that worked there that was outside sweeping. He answered a question for me, specifically about the pirate door. I keep calling it the pirate door. I'll show you a picture of that right about here somewhere. He actually explained to us that it wasn't a pirate door, but in fact, they have a cross on one side, and then they have this skull and crossbones on the other side of the building. And he said that's the side that funerals go in and out of. So I asked him, I said, so what is this, like the angel sitting on your shoulder on one side and the devil sitting on the other side? You know, like, yes. But keep talking about the quarantine for a moment. Our feelings are getting outside is healthier, getting in the sunshine, as opposed to being stuck at home in the house. I feel like, from what I'm hearing, viruses survive a lot better inside your house, inside your office. So to get outdoors and be with nature, the viruses don't survive as well out there. So we're still quarantined. It's still just us. It's not like we were meeting up with a group of people or anything.
I can't remember where we headed that night. We were cruising around town in Memphis, running the lights. I just know how it felt. I won't forget that. Windows down and open top. We were clever not to take it too far, though it's hard not getting tempted. Calling you up to see how you've been, 'cause don't I miss you and all those things we did back then. Way back then. It's funny how times roll by. 12 years since last time. Where'd you go? What's the score? Did you find what you were looking for? I never see you anymore.
When we got there to Goliad State Park, the campsite, I was pleased because it was a full hookup site. And we were able to charge our phones. Just being able to charge our phones overnight simultaneously is important to me. So it was nice to be able to do that. I did not have luck with my battery backup.
At our last camp?
Yeah, at the last camp we had.
I think it was the cable.
Yeah.
The cable connection was bad, and it was not charging for her and giving her problems.
So I always had bad luck with those things. But this campsite was great. Also, the air conditioner. David brought the air conditioner because he was saying it was going to be kind of warm, and he likes to sleep with the fan. We both do, actually. We both have fans on both sides
of our beds.
Of our bed. He brought an air conditioner out of the garage, and it's one of the stand-up ones, and it was great. It was very comfortable sleeping in the tent, so it worked out.
Yeah, the plan was, because we've never done a lot of camping in the summer. We have in the past, and we were pretty miserable. Texas, when it gets to be 80 degrees at night and like 100% humidity, it can be pretty rough to try to get some sleep in those conditions. So we have a 14,000 BTU air conditioner in the garage that I have a hole in the wall that I mount the exhaust to. And I said, let's take that with us and let's just see how effective it is. And so the first day it was 84 degrees in the tent when I turned it on. And within 5 minutes it was down to 76 in that tent. And it was still 84 outside. It's very effective. The funny thing was I closed up all the windows because I thought, well, I don't want any of the hot air to seep in.
Oh, yeah.
And the air conditioner was basically trying to suck the tent in on itself.
Yeah.
So I was inside of it, and I'm like, what is happening? And it was just all closing in on me like this. I was being shrink wrapped inside the tent. I'm like, no, this is not good. So I had to open each window probably all the way across, and then let it fold down like an inch or so on all 6 of the windows. And that cut down on it. It's still kind of pulled in on itself every time the AC compressor would kick on, but we were quite pleased.
Yeah, it was very comfortable.
I suspect that if it's 105 degrees outside, during the day, it's probably not going to be that effective. We'll have to find other things to do if we're tent camping in those conditions. But once the sun goes down at night, even on those hot nights, I think that this AC is going to be really helpful for dealing with hot summer Texas nights.
Yes. Yeah, I appreciated it. It was nice.
So, and it was a full hookup site. We didn't have an RV, but if we did, you would be able to use the sewer line to be able to, what do you say, expel your black tank? I don't know. We're still learning RV lingo. So that was one nice thing.
Yeah.
Tiny's dad's got an RV, and he prefers full hookup sites, so we know that this would work well for him.
Yep.
So over here, we've got some water and electric camping. Not full hookup. This area is actually pretty grouped together. If you're supposed to be socially distancing, this one doesn't feel right. And right over there is the dumping station for this area. You could actually fit quite a few RVs in here. And in the back over there is water only for tent camping. It's interesting though. So you can back up your RV here. You got plenty of room for a tent. Got the water. Those are pretty big covered areas too. I wish ours were covered like that. It's even got 50 amp. Group dining hall. Over here we've got like a large fire ring, as well as 2 big barbecue pits. Looks like it all goes in conjunction with that group dining hall. Oh, neat. It's kind of got a compass there built into the ground, which is taken over by giant ants. Wow, look at that big old bowl. How fun would it be to build a big old fire in this thing? So they don't have displaced smoke on these fire pits. Whoa. Holy cow, that's heavy. That is a two-hander. That does not come open with one hand. So, direct heat barbecue pits, not displaced heat. Do some pretty serious cooking here. If you wanted to have a nice party where you all do the catering for yourselves. This is the Longhorn Camping area. These are water-only sites, no electric. And the San Antonio River is right over the edge there. So it looks like multiple campsites here share the water. You got 8, there's 9 right there. There's the water. 10 and 11 are over there. They've each got these kind of simple fire rings, and they also have the stand-up barbecue pits, as well as a picnic table. The spacing's a little weird. Like if you got spot 9, it might be a little crowded. If you got spot 8, you got a good amount of property right there to deal with for tents. Have y'all fished down here before?
We fished around here.
Well, that's the San Antonio River coming off the Riverwalk, so does that mean there's like enchiladas and stuff in there?
Might be enchilada catfish.
Maybe a few people that had too many tequilas last night?
There you go.
Well, for the the women's bathroom, I liked the showers. There was one handicap and one regular, which means it has the seat that pulls down for the handicap. They had 2 showers. They had 3 stalls, which I appreciated. One of them was handicap accessible, had the rails on the side, on both sides. The sinks, they had 2 sinks. They had soap, which is good. Some campsites don't have soap, and so...
Supposedly, because of what's going on right now, they all have soap now.
Okay, good.
So it's a smaller bathroom, it's an older bathroom. I don't think there's any AC in here. They got windows open with screens, they've got ceiling fans, and it looks like we've got a heater. So at least when it's cold out, you know that you got heat in here. 2 showers, the not so movable shower heads.
One of the things was the sinks in the morning when we were going to the bathroom in the morning.
First thing in the morning?
First thing in the morning, yeah. Me and the girls, we all, go up to the sinks to wash our hands, and there's bugs. Different kinds of bugs. Not like they looked like bees, but they weren't. They didn't have a stinger. They looked like bees, but they didn't bite, I guess. Different kinds of bugs, beetles, things like that inside of the sinks, but they were in both sinks, and there was a lot of bugs. I took pictures. Kaylin, I couldn't get Kaylin to wash her hands, so I had to use hand sanitizer on her when we got back to the campsite. So, Kira, I'm not really afraid of bugs, so I scooped them out of the sink, and Kira, she washed her hands.
I had the same problem in the men's room, and I just kind of washed my hands over them, and I'm like,
yeah,
enjoy this soapy water, buggies.
Yeah. I didn't feel like killing them, so...
I don't know if it killed them or not. But
well, I used really hot water, so...
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to do that.
So you boil them, then you got to eat them.
Yeah, no. It's not a Kuna Matata. Is your roly police?
Yep. I'm trying to make them go to faster shelter. The shelter is the grass.
You're trying to keep them safe so people don't step on them?
And birds not eat them.
Oh, that's nice. Good job. We just left the bathroom.
Big light. So we're going to leave.
She's trying to save roly polies.
Take stuff with their mouths and try.
Love you, Kira.
this is the day use area. San Antonio River is right over there in the trees. A lot of picnic area here. There's even a group area over there with a really big barbecue pit. We can't go inside the mission right now because of the current lockdowns going on everywhere, but we're going to go walk around it. So we got the mission right there. That is the park entrance.
Cotton candy? Oh yeah, we went to that new place and got some cotton candy. Cotton candy. Ooh.
Never thought I'd be so far from home. Never thought our love could grow so cold. Never thought we had to run through burning fire. Never thought I had to miss you and I.
What is that bag saying? Something Island? This thing is in ill repair. Looks like it's all mangled up and can't go down like it's supposed to.
Hello.
Never thought I'd be so far from home. Never thought our love could grow so cold. hard to stay into outgrow it.
Guys, you see that
Time
hole?
changes people, we both know this. It's a change of season when the tide comes rolling in, and you realize there's nothing there to begin.
Do you smell something? Or is the
Never
flowers
thought I'd
just
be
smell
so
good?
far from home.
Can you read that?
Never thought our love could grow so cold.
So, one delightful thing in the town of Goliad was this massive gas station called the Texan. I've seen one before when we were in Three Rivers.
And they had these really big cinnamon rolls. Kira and I love cinnamon rolls. She's like, I want a cinnamon roll. And I was like, you know what? I want one too. And then the lady behind the counter was like, do you want us to warm it up for you? And I was like, sure. And that was delicious. I think they just opened or something.
Yeah, it looks like they opened in March 2020. Brand new gas station. Bathrooms are super clean in there.
Yeah, it was like Buc-ee's. Like
Yeah.
they're trying to compete with Buc-ee's.
Yeah, just on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
They had a lot of food to choose from. Got brisket tacos. They had various different stuff like a buffet style food. Well, not more like a cafeteria style food. And they had a dining room, but it was closed off because of the quarantine stuff going on. But overall, the gas station had a lot to choose from. These are the screened-in shelters that they've got set up in the Karankawa Camping area. They're very confusing because they look like a cabin. When you go inside, all they've got is a picnic table, no electricity, no air conditioning. They have a 50 amp hookup outside, but there's no parking space big enough for a big RV. So I don't really understand what their goal and intention was when they set these things up. Are you supposed to put an air mattress down on the ground? I don't know. So if this looks like something you can use, cool on you.
Killing time, Friday night.
It's been cloudy all day. The sun is like peeking out right at sunset.
Without cares and worn out clothes, doesn't seem so long ago. Now I'm just sitting here bored at home, and it really got me thinking of the times we took off on the road. I can't remember where we headed that night. We were cruising around town in Memphis, running the lights. I just know how it felt. I won't forget that. Windows down and open top.
Alright, and wasn't there a site that you really had your eye on for next time?
Yes. Site 17 at Goliad is beautiful. Or it was beautiful. Hopefully it stays that way. But it was so green, just the way that they had it all set up. The shade there, the green grass, everything was just like, wow.
And the girls had some fun. They really like to play around with something I got them. I got them each their very own kite. Well, hello there.
Hey.
You want to tell the people about the kite?
How about how I feel mine?
Yes, tell us how you flew your kite.
So I will go running. I will run across the rock road. Just run, and then it will go in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And while it's in the air, I start letting the string go to make it go higher.
Yep. Let your sister tell.
Okay,
Kira?
Kira.
How would you do? How would you get?
How did you get your kite flying?
I'll just hold it like this, and then I'll hold it like this, and I'll start running as fast as I can, and I'll let it go. It starts flying.
Awesome. There you go. You're doing it. Oh, watch out for the tree.
Make sure you watch this video. And make sure you give some good thumbs up, and watch our channel real good.
How about subscribe?
Subscribe to
Hit subscribes and then the bell.
and the bell.
Do you know about the bell?
Yes, and the slime.
Sammy, the slime taught you about the bell?
No, they said hit the bell button.
Yeah.
All right.
The bell button.
Happy camping, y'all. Essential camping gear. Mew Mew. Hi, Mew Mew. Did you sleep good, Mew Mew?